Now we have the tools to tackle something that looks like some base to a rational expression where there's integer numbers in both slots. So we can rewrite this. Solving this in exponent world, not as easy as solving it in root world. I mean, what is 1,000 to the 2/3? I don't know. But I know I can rewrite it as the cube root of 1,000 squared. And the cube root of 1,000 is 10 squared with that 2 continuing on, and that becomes 100. So 1,000 raised to the 2/3 is 100. Let's look at 16 to the 3/2. What in the world is that going to become? I don't know in exponent world, but in root world, I can start to make a little bit sense of what it could be. So do you remember how to rewrite that? This could become the square root of 16. I know that one. And they're going to raise it to the 3rd power. The square root of 16 is 4. Still raising that entire thing to the 3rd power. And that equals 64. 4 times 4 times 4. The last example, negative 32. And we're going to raise that to the 3/5. That's just plain ugly, Willie. I'm glad we have a tool to kind of make it simplified, or a process to help simplify something that just looks ugly like this. So how do we rewrite that? Using our expressions that we have up here. That becomes the 5th root of negative 32. And I'm going to raise that to the 3rd power. 5th root of negative 32 is a negative 2. Raising that to the 3rd power becomes a negative 8. How are you feeling about that? Now notice earlier I said that you could use either one of those two expressions to solve, and sometimes you might find one easier than the other. Let's look at this bottom one again, and you tell me what you feel like. So we have negative 32 to the 3/5. I can rewrite that as the 5th root of negative 32 to the 3rd. So what I can do is do negative 32 to the 3rd first, and then take the 5th power. I don't know what negative 32 to the 3rd is without using a black box. And then finding the 5th root of that large number, not the easiest way to do that. So again, you have two options. Usually one option is going to allow you to simplify before you get into huge numbers. The other one sometimes is going to allow you to get into huge numbers and then simplify. But with practice, you'll start to get a sense of what you like to do first. Just know that you can do it either way.